Morning everybody, welcome to the stream. Friday. I was gonna say happy Friday, but you know what, we traders, Friday's not so happy. I have to take a break. I don't get to see you guys for 2 days, so just try and make the most of it, you know. GJ doing GJ things. Alright, so GJ had a deeper pullback. We are retesting this previous resistance area around 162. So still bullish here on GJ. And we also had this new governor from the Bank of Japan, or the nominee, Ueda. Lord knows. I'm sorry for butchering his name. But anyway, he came in basically, you know, willing to keep things as they are. Take certain time for effective monetary policy to play out in economy. From what I've read so far this morning, he's really willing to keep everything status quo. And as discussed throughout the week, if he does that, we'll see the same sentiment that we've been having, looking to just play the rate differential. So the difference in rates between the Bank of Japan and the Bank of England. Bank of Japan keeping their rates in the negative still. Very loose monetary policy. So that's why we wanted to see what this new governor would have to say, to give us some clues of any shifts in possible monetary policy. But it looks like he's willing to keep things the same for now. So we're looking to just keep that same sentiment. Hasn't really brought any crazy volatility or anything. But like I say, we have had a nice pullback, and now we've had this fine young gentleman having a speech here, letting us know that we are good to go with the GJ bars. So nice retest of this area on the daily. We'll just have to see how the lower time frames are setting up. 4 hour, you had a nice rejection and support formed. This current 4 hours about to close, not looking that great. Looks like it'll close bearish. Morning guys. What's up, Ned? So we're still trading between below these previous highs here. I'd like to actually get back above those highs to be jumping back into the bars. For now, you know, it looks like we had a fake out. Currently got some momentum to the downside, still may come retest these lows. So we are just in a range right now here on GJ. Bars above 162 are looking pretty good to me. I was quite surprised with this move we had to the downside yesterday, and honestly, moves any lower after the speech from Ueda from the Bank of Japan honestly wouldn't really make sense to me. But I would be willing to adapt to sales below 161,480. I think that makes sense, but for now, I would really like to actually see us breaking back above 162 to get the bars in line with the fundamentals here and the higher time frame as well. Since we are retesting such a nice area on the higher time frame. I don't want to get too crazy with sales. It's a Friday as well, so any moves to the downside now, we could retest this area and then just be grabbing liquidity to continue up. So I would much rather stick to the buys here. Yen index here, you can just see is retesting previous significant lows, previous range lows. Still holding below there, still looks pretty bearish. Gold. Just want to have a quick look at gold before I finish on GJ. Look at the 4 hour. Since our GJ is not setting up just yet, but gold on the other hand, based on our daily, we are still looking quite bearish here. We created a weekly low on yesterday's candle, broke last week's low there. We had some mixed numbers yesterday, but overall it does look like we are still holding weight with that dollar strength. So GDP, bad numbers. Unemployment claims, good numbers. And then today we have core PCE price index. On the 4 hour, we basically had support at 1825. So we formed a low, we closed below the support area, we came back, retested this area, and have closed back below on this previous 4 hour. Daily candle, I would anticipate to come and create a bottom wick. And looking to target the wick for that 1818. So not really interested in buys moving back up into this range. I'd still like to just stick with the overall buys of sells. We haven't really had volume to hold below these previous lows. So we may just see further ranging on gold up until this afternoon when we have core PCE price index. For now, I don't mind the sells below this current support area. You can see we didn't actually close below. If you look here to the left, right here, we're still actually trading above there. 1824, 500. I could see some impulse entries on the 4 hour, just sell stops on the break of that previous 4 hour low, but I think it'll be safer to wait for a 30-minute candle closing below 1824.5. And then, you've got about 23 pips moving down there to come and create a bottom wick for the daily candle. If we do just happen to have some volume in this session and we happen to break below 18.19.500, I'd be looking to target 18.15 for some runners today, but not expecting anything crazy. Like I say, struggling to break below 18.20 and hold below that area. We've got core PCE price index later. I think we could even see some further pullbacks in the session. Something like that. But yeah, to be actually taking buys in this area is just not really worth it for me. Doesn't make sense. Just want to stick to the sells in line with the overall trend here and in line with the current sentiment. Background music reminds you of DC trading. What's up, DJ? Nice buy during Asian on gold. Might just hold off. End of the week on a win. Yeah, that's a good approach. End of the week, just take it slow. I'm looking to take it slow today as well. Gaming PC. Yeah, this is a gaming, not a PC, no. Just a laptop. Obviously, hopping into these GJ bars, would like us to move back up to these highs we created on Tuesday. Can also look to always move up higher up to 165. A lot of significant areas to the left here, 165, 500, 167. But if you can just catch these bars up to the previous highs, you know those are going to be solid. Got about 150 pips moving up. I'm thinking rejections at 162 on GJ will continue down. Obviously anything is possible, but you need to look at what's going on fundamentally as well. Go and have a look at some of these headlines here. What's going on with the Bank of Japan? Here's actually what I was looking for earlier on. Sudden tightening now would impact businesses negatively. It's basically saying that he doesn't want to do anything crazy right now. And it sounds like he would prefer to just keep things as they are. So like I say, sticking with the current sentiment, looking for the GJ bars higher time frame. We've had that retest of that significant level, 162, even 161, 500. Very nice rejections there. But funky price action at the moment. Obviously we are still moving down here. But I think it would be best to wait for that momentum to shift back to the upside and be looking for the buys. Obviously just based on the higher time frames here, still being very much bullish and having that bullish macroeconomic news coming out. Like I said, I'd be very surprised if we did break below 161,500 and had to move further down. Knowing GJ, actually I wouldn't be surprised. But I would still be just holding off for today from any sells. Could still see something like this happening, one last retest of 161,500 to continue up as well. What determines if you're looking at gold or GJ? Honestly, just how price is setting up. Some days they're both setting up really well. Some days neither of them are setting up. You know, some days there'll be just cleaner traffic to the left on one of the pairs, better volume. Also, just considering market timing, you know, is there news later on? Do we have a catalyst to drive price? You know, there's a whole number of factors, but really it's what's setting up on the chart. So for instance, right now, you know, gold to me actually looks like it could be setting up for these sells on the new 30-minute if we can close below 1824,500. Whereas GJ, even though we had, for me, what looks like a very nice catalyst to hop back into these bars, it's just not setting up right now. Maybe these bars only come to us next week. We're just setting up for next week kind of thing. Might see some ranging in this area. But we've had that catalyst now or confirmation to hop back into the bars here. That is a very key event that we are waiting for the speaker here. My boy, Ueda, sent us the GJ bar signals. What's the reason that you don't execute on the break of the previous 30-minute gold? It's a Friday. I don't know. It's just that we are in a bit of a rangy market right now. You can see these candles are not the cleanest. Very wicky, like just up and down. No clear volume and volatility. So just being a little bit more cautious and patient, waiting for candle closures in a market like this. Understanding that later we have some news that might actually bring that volume and we might be dead in this session. You see, one key thing to note here is that we came and retested these previous range lows. Been in this range now since Wednesday last week. And we formed lows here last week Friday at about 1820. So yesterday we came to retest those lows and we didn't have enough volume to break down any lower. So that just shows that we would need a catalyst to see us actually pushing any lower than that. And that catalyst might be the news later on today. So we could potentially expect to see lower volume in this session, as we've been seeing in this range so far. Just look at these candles, all like very small, no crazy movement. We want to see stuff like this. GBPJPY. Nah. Listen to Jared.
Just true. Not every day you get a celebrity ask you about the pound yen.
Hey Brad Pitt and the other one, they're asking about pound yen.
I remember that actually. Building a small account or try to get funded. I would recommend building a small account, use the profits from the small account to buy a funded account. And then withdraw, fund your live, rinse and repeat.
Yeah, I agree. Trade your own money first. If you can be consistent for 6 months on a live account, then yeah, maybe consider going to a funded account. So just a heads up.
It's
Everyone who asks about the funded accounts, when I say get consistent, that's what I mean. Go and trade a live account for like 6 months. Be consistent on it for 6 months, a year, 2 years, and then go try a funded account.
And trust me, if you can't trade $100, there is no ways in the world you're going to be able to trade $10,000. I can guarantee you that. The more amounts of money you have doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be a better trader or more disciplined or take it more seriously. The same mistakes will happen that you make on $100 accounts. It may just take a little bit longer. But slip ups will happen if you're slipping up on small accounts.
Morning.
Hey, it's
Morning.
Aries in the chat there.
Aries. All the celebrities in here today.
Yeah, I'm Reese without a spoon, not Reese with a spoon.
Wow. Only Reese could make that joke. Colin, do you feel more nervous trading funded account instead of a live account? If so, how did you manage the emotion? I don't feel nervous. Feel free. This is where I belong. Putting my balls on the line. I like this shit.
Yo, yesterday I took that trade on NAS.
Yeah.
I checked it ran for like 120, 130 pips. I didn't even run.
Oh shit.
You didn't? Oh, yes, did. Sure, we took sells on we took buys on GJ yesterday, got out, and GJ legitimately tanked another, what was it? Another 130 pips.
I think it went mad.
Phew. I was so happy to be out of that position when I saw it tanking like that. I was like, okay, I think we made the best out of a bad situation. Yeah.
No, definitely. You see, you had those nice pullbacks into those previous lows.
Yeah.
12 to 20.
Yeah, it was looking really good. I was happy with the trade. It's just, I'd say, I secured for like 50 pips and then ran for like, jeez, in total like 200.
Jeez, but if
But
you're a
it's okay.
pattern, if you're a pattern trader yesterday, that V played out perfectly on NAS on the 30.
The V. Oh god.
V.
I remember that stupid V thing, bro.
Yeah.
Did that hurt my feelings? V's. Yo.
I check how you spoke about like round numbers, psychological numbers, literally bounce straight off 1200 and reverse.
Yeah.
So it's like I've never really looked into it or like watched it, but it does happen quite often.
Yeah, just be aware of it, like just take note of it. And when you're marking up key levels, if you can see an area where we are reacting to is like near one of those psychological numbers, and maybe, like I've marked this level up at 12,030. Maybe I could have actually just put this level at 1200, knowing that that's a very significant level psychologically as well.
It's crazy how it just reversed like that.
Yeah, it's mad, and it had momentum here, but it just did a quick Uno reverse there.
But I think also with psychological numbers, I don't believe in it's like every like 25, 50, 100, like
Yeah.
12,100. But I think huge round numbers like 12,000, 13,000, 13,500. Like, okay, then you're gonna see something. And if it lines up with a level, then you know there's gonna be something happening there.
But I still see a nice big downshift to like 11,800.
Now, I definitely think NAS has a lot more room to move to the downside. I mean, we've seen obviously a tumble off of the high, and we've just seen, bearish structure coming through, pullbacks, retests, further downside. So as long as you stay below like 12,215 today, I think you should be good for continuations on down.
Yeah, man,
Mm.
definitely.
And it
But
lines
I'm
up
not.
perfectly to the left.
Yeah, it does.
I just want to keep the ideas done for the week.
Yeah. And I think it's a good move, Reese. Did you see the message I put on Discord for you yesterday?
Which one? I checked
Uh,
in.
there
Was
was
it in
one,
also?
I think it was the one in general chat.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Was it? Yeah. At 8 to 7. Morning, morning, Tom. How are you? I see Tom's in the chat as well.
How's it, Tom?
Asking him.
Yeah, we have had that speaker from the Bank of Japan. Looks like he's happy to keep things as they are for now. If you can see this headline here, sudden tightening now would impact businesses negatively. He's definitely not in a rush to change their monetary policy, and that's what we were looking for. We were looking for clues in any shift in monetary policy. So the fact that he's not changing anything means that we can keep our same bias here on GJ, since the sentiment will be the same, understanding the difference in interest rates, Bank of Japan keeping the rates in the negative, Bank of England actively raising their rates, keeping GJ more bullish overall. And then on the daily, we've had a nice retest of that 162 level. We had a deeper pullback into this previous resistance area, as you can see. So I would be looking to hop into these bars if we can break back above 162. Could even see taps back into 161,500 to move back up. You can see we actually, this level I just marked up on the daily, just this general area, you can see how we tapped and rejected on the previous 30 there. So it will be interesting if we can form support here, then get that closure above at London Open maybe. No action today by the looks of things so far. How's the stream challenge account going so far? Yesterday took a loss on GJ, so only up about 0.2%. Was up about 1% before that. So yeah, 2 break-evens yesterday on the London stream. And then that loss on GJ in the afternoon.
And we don't accept crypto.
Who, us? No.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, sitting about break-even for the first week of phase 2. Been a slow week. I was in hospital on Monday. Literally had an operation on Monday, bleeding out on Sunday, so not too bad, for a very slow week in the market and being half dead. Yeah.
We Monday and Tuesday were incredibly slow, banking holiday. Absolutely nothing happens. I mean, we've only had yesterday and the day before to really look for stuff, and the market's just been incredibly tough this week. We are up, but not by much, I must admit.
Yeah, I mean,
Been
just
very
hasn't been
odd
anything
markets.
insane, really. Coming up to the end of the month, actually, as well. Yeah, Feb came out firing, guns blazing, and then it's actually been pretty dead for the rest of the month.
Well, I wanted to ask you yesterday, I was checking Flint because I've been following that out for years. Flint
Clint
investor.
Fest. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think he's like a good trader, or what do you think about him?
Go check what Rado FX has to say about him.
Is it?
Rado FX. What is his name, Jared? Rado Fix.
Yeah, Rado Fix.
Yeah, that's all I can
I mean,
say.
but
I don't know
I'll
anything about
send
him, but I think Rado's done his homework, so I trust what he had to say.
I'll send you a link to his channel, please.
yeah, no, I was checking the social account and I was like, I don't know, bro. The things he posts, like, he's talking about Fibonacci and he's talking about all these different indicators and RSI and
Ned,
things.
who did he know personally? Clint or Rado? Give us inside scoop there. Are we bearish trend on XAUUSD? Yes, I am bearish, looking for sells. Did you ever take his signals? I do know one guy who was in his signal group, actually. He's just one of those guys who always like asks you about trading and never does anything. Then goes and joins the signal group. And you just shake your head in disgust.
Even Q banks, people, you know Q banks.
Yeah. I don't know, just from what I've seen, these guys don't talk about fundamentals, macroeconomics. It's just like
I personally feel
patterns. Yeah?
a lot of them are on signal groups. Like a lot of the mentors these days are actually on other signal groups, just setting up their signals. That's what I feel.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah, we'll have
Like
to
people
keep
don't
an eye on who joins the Monster Money signals, eh?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like people just taking your knowledge, your years of hard work and tears, and just making their own group and posting your signals straight away.
They're probably charging a shitload more as well.
No, they're after the money. They're not after the skill.
Yeah, there's this oak in Cape Town. He's posting like cars and shit, and anyway, one of my mates was chilling with him, and he was telling me about him and everything. Oh, this guy's making racks, everything. He's a trader, all of this, and then like as time goes on, he's telling me, nah, like these cars are actually rentals. He's always just renting different cars, takes like a photo shoot with them, posts the shit, and I saw on his website selling like packages for thousands and thousands of dollars, dude. That's ridiculous.
that's insane, dude. And there's so many people that believe that.
And the thing
That's
is,
all these.
like, he sells one package and can go rent a car and buy a couple of bottles from Cafe Caprice. So, you know, you go take some photos, lovely, sell another course. Like, it's like scam, fund the lifestyle so you can scam more, and then that's the cycle. It's like, I don't know. And I can't believe people actually go and buy the courses. You know, you could just watch the live stream, dude. Everything is free, and you actually learn how to do it.
Even this other kid, the bankroll effects.
Oh yeah, Bankroll FX, CJ. Nah, CJ reminds me of Yuri's. They're in your BMW.
Me.
I'm sure you're gonna be like that one day. No, I'm raving.
I'm not gonna post it up, dude. I'm not gonna. Like, if I have to make a trading account, I'll obviously be like, with like knowledge. I'm not just gonna post how much I'm making. It's like, that's, but you don't see all these rich people, all that Elon Musk posting on his Instagram. Yeah, I just made $1 billion. But man, be humble about it.
Yeah. But that's the thing, when you like that, it's because you just want to show, hey, look, I made this money, you can make this money too, buy my course. You know, what we show is like, we show results, and we share information and value. But sometimes people don't value value. They just want to see nice things.
Quick, yeah. Like, the 90% of these like don't show one loss. Everything is just lose. It's impossible. Impossible.
Yeah. No, it is impossible. But as long as you know that it's impossible, because, you know, it sets unrealistic expectations. And then you're trying to chase that, and you're comparing yourself to these guys who are not actually completely transparent. So, and that really messes with your head. So as long as you are aware of that, realize that it's unrealistic what some of these guys are showing. Turning 2,000 Rand into 500k, like, maybe you did that, but what are the chances?
Yeah, that was my problem in the beginning of trading. When COVID first started, that's when I first started looking into trading and that. I still remember I watched this guy's course. I can't remember his name. It was Mo something. It was like a 4-hour course, and I studied that thing day in, day out. And I was just like, man, like this, I'm never gonna be good in trading. Then I started demos, and what I do is I start like a 100k account to like go in like with a 5 lot or a 10 lot, say buy, wait for it to get to 1,000 and close, do another one, and I was like, it's so easy, dude.
Yeah.
You know, you just, if it comes down to yourself, if it goes up, you quickly buy. And I was like, that's never gonna work with real money. You won't have that confidence to just buy now, sell now, buy now.
Yeah.
So I was just all go to the numbers, and then I was like, that's gonna be me in a year for sure. But it's completely different. Even my mates now, like they know that I'm studying trading or whatever. I want to become a trader, and they're like, yo, even me, I want to start trading. Dude, I'll go out of my way. I'll send them my videos that help me understand support and resistance and
Yeah.
you know, understand.
And they never get
Dude,
back to you.
They'll never watch the video, dude.
Yeah, they won't.
And like 3 months later, yo, we went to a meetup so we can go through some charts, and I'm like, did you watch the video? They're like, nah, I haven't had time. And I was like, there's your problem.
Bro, it's been 6 months. What do you mean you haven't had time? I know, dude. I know.
30-minute video.
No, I trust you're gonna have more and more people ask you. All your friends are going to ask you at some point. Bro, I've had friends that I
Yeah.
never expected to ask me about trading, ask me about trading. And I went out of my way to show them about it. Because obviously I care about my friends. And trading, if you can master the skill, you're going to have an amazing life. So if you're my friend, I'm going to guard my way for you. But at the same time, I've learned my lesson that, these guys they're not willing to put in the time and effort.
Yeah. They don't understand what you mean for them.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why it sucks when someone's actually just trying to like sell the lifestyle, Because the reality is, if they
Yeah.
actually made it in trading and they've developed a skill, they now telling you, oh, it's so easy. When in reality, for them it wasn't easy. They went through a lot, and they're not completely transparent about that. Or they didn't go through a lot. They never actually developed the skill, and they're just marketers, probably selling someone else's signals. I'm honest. Like I've been through it. Trading is not easy. I tell you guys, you need to work hard all the time.
Yeah.
But if you want to learn, if you want to do it properly, you want to develop the skill, you want to change your life, you're in the right place.
There's very few traders that do what you and Joseph do on the videos and stuff like that. Just talking about psychological, like building that structure
Yeah,
that you need, not just talking about the markets all the time. That's what everyone else is always talking about, the markets, the markets.
yeah. No, 100%.
The markets are, in a sense, easier to learn than the mindset you need to build.
Yeah, I mean, look, when you started trading, you probably did like trend lines and everything, support and resistance. And you would see like
Yeah.
price following your levels all the time. And you think like, shit, this is not too bad. Like, it's pretty easy to put these levels in, draw a trend line in.
Mm.
But
The bounces off the beams at the end, files, sell,
yeah,
boom.
so actually learning the like technical analysis and that is quite straightforward. It doesn't take long. It's just like patterns. We did
Yeah.
patterns in like primary school, but there's a whole lot more to it.
Even with you guys, the fundamentals, like, that's one thing that's really helped me a lot. Understanding when to trade, when not to,
Yeah,
because I don't know anything
But,
about the fundamentals. I'd go make a
but,
trade half an hour before news, and then I'm screwed.
but also with the patterns and stuff, it's deceivingly easy. Like, I remember when I first got into trading and Oaks was showing me like patterns and this and that, like head and shoulders. I'm like, so all I need to do is find a V and I'm gonna make money. Yeah, it's that easy. And I'm like, okay, yo, dude, you try to take the V trade, all of a sudden you got a Z, bro. Now you're on your ass. You're like, what? Dude, and literally, then they're like, yeah. You're like, but it didn't work. Yeah, dude, trust me, the cup and handle. Then yeah, bro, you're trying to make a cup and handle, then you burn yourself, bro. No, it's honestly, it's ridiculous, bro. Like, and then always looking back, you find these patterns that are so easy, but then you just left 90% in the dark. You don't understand it. You don't know where price is coming from. You don't know how price is moving. For instance, like when I first learned how to trade, it was all these examples from past market, but nobody was ever there to show you what to do in a live market. It's like, oh yeah, this happened, this is what we would have done. We would have sold here, we would have bought here, we would have taken that wick. And it's like, okay, but that's cool and all, but now price is currently doing this, what would you do? It's just important to see past data. And you're like, okay, but would you take a trade now? Would you not? We'll have a look at it later. And then later comes around, we would have done this. And it's like, oh, for fuck's sakes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nobody could ever give you like nobody
That's,
traded live in front of you. I remember like at the place I
that's what I
learned,
was talking about chess yesterday.
geez,
Watching, you can pick 10 moves quick when you're watching it. But
yeah,
when you need to do that move, it's a completely different ball.
Yo,
yeah,
that's
no,
true, eh?
exactly.
Yo, that's true.
Jeez, deep facts,
But
bro.
when he places a trade, I'm like, yeah, I know that 100% setup. But if you gave me that setup in front of my eyes live on the toss, I was gonna miss it.
Yeah, and that's very true, bro. Like, you know, just but also, but besides all of that, one of the biggest things when it comes to trading, like you said, Reese, just to go on your point, is actually, thinking about the trade, actually being in the trade, mastering the psychology. I mean, dude, it's incredibly tough to be up $250 in a trade for the thing to pull back into drawdown, but you're still comfortable because you understand the price action. And then these oaks that are just teaching you about past markets you don't get, then you freak out. Now all of a sudden you close a loss, you open up the position from a buy to a sell. Now you're in a loss again because it's actually moving the way you wanted it to. Then you get like overwhelmed and you like so frustrated, and now all of a sudden you close that. Now you double your loss to try and make the losses. Like there's so many things that these guys just don't speak about because it's all just like snake oil salesman.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
true. But yeah, I don't know if I could call it our generation. Everyone wants the quick way out.
Yeah, no, very true, really.
Nobody wants to work hard anymore.
Some nice reactions there to that area on GJ pushing up. Looks like your hourly might form a nice support here. We'll see if we close above the resistance.
I was very, very shocked to see how much GJ pulled back after yesterday.
Yeah.
But once you get above that resistance, back out of that high time frame range, like you said, above 162, 160, I think we should be good.
I think just having that deeper pullback really gives us confirmations and sets up even better for the news we've had this morning. It was surprising to me that we pulled back so far as well, but you know what? It looks pretty good. Looks good this morning. Gold is also looking quite nice. Looks like we're about to close below support here on the hourly. Not a whole lot of volume, man.
Gold is actually pretty flat this morning.
I do think we can take advantage of this move down here to come and form the bottom wick on the daily. Get that flip and look for a move into the lows here.
Mm.
I really like this idea. GJ, I'm happy to wait a little bit longer for London Open. Yo, mark my words. These candles here at London Open are getting mirrored. By 11:30, we'll see 160 to 800. Full margin.
So as I wanted to ask which video was it where he speaks about, because there's a few here. Is it the best block me?
Pardon. Yeah, I think just scroll through his channel and just check. I'm not 100% sure. I know of Rydell. I trust his word. Everything that he does say he does back up. But to be honest, I don't follow any traders. I only follow that one guy, Con Abrams. He's pretty good. But other than that, I very seldomly follow another trader. So even when you guys were speaking about it, I didn't have anything to add. I really didn't have anything to add.
I only follow Monster Money Trading.
Yeah.
I only know that CJFX guy because he came up on my he came up on an ad the other day. I was like, what the fuck? Who's this like? Fucking yeah, he's South African. Sounds like Reese.
DJFX.
Yeah. No, I'm raving. But you can hear he's got that Joburg like accent.
No, he's definitely a Jersey Butter. He's Gucci and Burberry on.
And he posts that PM everywhere, bro. But he doesn't post the back because it's just a normal 3 series.
Hey, Connor, just
I
a
would-
normal 3 series.
I would do the same, bro, if I just had a normal 3 series. Come on, bro, you're a trader. You need an M3. Can't sell me a course unless you're driving a normal. If you're driving a normal M3, I mean the 3 series.
Hey, but we passed 100k views on YouTube, eh?
Total. Jeez.
Yeah, 101,352.
That's crazy.
Sheesh.
And the Discord hit 500 members this morning as well. Or yesterday.
Yeah. It's insane.
Hey,
So we're hitting some milestones here. Thank you everybody for the support as always. Love you lots. And I hope to see you guys continue to grow. I know a lot of you are regulars here, coming back quite often. So I trust that you found some value in the channel, and I'm grateful for that. Every time we on this note, I think back to the streams I was doing and there was literally no one watching.
Yeah, I remember when we first started watching your streams as well, obviously with you, and then there were 2 people, and it was me and your dad, or me and Nico and your dad.
Load of my dad with his laptop on in the background, give me watch time.
Yeah, and then that one day when your Wi-Fi bombed or something happened, and then your dad was like, "No, it's not the Wi-Fi." I just checked it, and I was laughing. I was like, "Oh, dude, the dad's flipping awesome, dude."
Okay, hourly here on gold. We've closed below support. I'm gonna have a sell stop on the break of these previous hourly lows. If I can get it in time, might just do a market execution. Okay, yeah, sell stop at 1823.30.
boys, I'm just gonna go watch that video. I'll join back now.
With no stress.
Okay. And then stop loss will be above previous hourly highs for about 27 pips. At 1826.400. Voila. 1826 flat. I see here on the broke we actually don't have a top wick.
We could create one first.
Trading view we have.
I'll check Blueberry now as well. Let you know. Hey, but Adam, thank you so much for tuning in. Even if you just keep us in the background for company, but it's amazing that you have learned quite a bit being here. Just for anybody that is new, we stream Monday to Friday, 8 o'clock, and every trade we take is going to be live before your eyes.
Live before your eyes. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Beautiful. Sexy. Oh yeah, I don't have a 15 top wick on blueberry market.
The fact that we've got one on TradingView and we got that closure below that area, I'm just going to trust the volume here to bring us down to create that top bottom wick on the daily.
Come on, guys, let's get the likes to 50 before we get entered in this trade, eh? Now my top wick's being created.
Yeah, that's even better. I think I've also got one. Yeah. Yeah, if that top wick could retest this previous support, that'll be nice. Come down, break the lows here. Didn't quite break that low, so I'm not in here. As you can see, got that sell stop at 18.23.30. Hasn't been triggered in yet. Never broke that low. But we've got a nice top wick now. If we do come back and break the low, we should be good. Breaking previous hourly highs, I may look at just deleting here.
Not a bad shout.
GJ. Sell stop, yeah, I got sell stops in on the break of these current candle lows on the hourly.
see upside on GJ. Right?
Yeah.
I see so much potential for upside on GJ.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure if we see this hourly flip bullish, we'll get a nice little push. Get a nice setup for London Open. Gold. Lost 4 challenges because of overtrading. How can I solve this? Stop overtrading. As a wise man once said, take 1 or 2 trades a day. Under trade.
That wise man also said, don't be a fucking retard. But Sabir, honestly, it's like if you punch a wall in your hand hurts, why are you going to punch the wall again? You've learned your lesson. Stop overtrading. It clearly is not working. So just have a look at your issue if it's taking too many trades or risking too much on one position. Revenge trading, and take 1 trade per session, trade maximum of 2 sessions per day. And as soon as your trade has finished, walk away. If that means that you trade 7 minutes a day or 7 hours a day, it doesn't really matter, because as traders, we're here to take trades. We're here to take the trades that give us absolutely no reason not to take them. So if you find opportunity in every move in the market, then you need to start questioning your strategy and delve a little bit deeper into that. But clearly you don't have a trading plan, you don't have any discipline. So I would just say that you need to have a look at what's the underlying cause, fix it, and if you can't, then you need to start questioning, is trading ready for you?
Oh, Jared, bringing the heat. Ew. Nah.
I'm trying.
Yeah. It's not nice to hear sometimes, but it's what you need to hear.
Yeah.
Everything Jared said there is very, very true. Less is more. So cut down on everything. You can see it's not working. Find a hobby between trades, set alerts on the rest. Exactly. Find a hobby. Stop looking at the charts. Get off the charts.
Sorry, Tom, I want to know which chart are you referring back to? If you could just tag it again, I would really appreciate that. But I think I may have missed it. Apologies about that. But I don't see anything. I had a look about your chart being upside down, but if you could just send it again, I would appreciate that.
Is it upside down on TradingView?
I'm not sure. I don't know exactly what's pop-a-locking there.
Jared for BOJ chairman. Oh goodness.
Okay, guys, right. The new monetary policy. We need to speak about my salary. As a country, we need to make sure I'm very well paid.
Hey, that's basically these guys in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Tom, if your chart is upside down on TradingView, there is something here on the side. If you go on the side of your chart by the numbers and you go invert scale, or you can say Alt on your keyboard, Alt plus R. Oh. Why does it look so abnormal?
I get what you're saying. Can I 100% get you, Tom? Yesterday
Oh,
was very, very tough on GJ. Sure. I mean, I think we got out the best case scenario with obviously those buys coming in the way they did. We got tapped in. We got out as soon as possible, as soon as we saw trade going against us. So, and then it just died. GJ said, "Cheers, eh? I'm gonna focus on the bodge tomorrow, eh?
Podge.
Bodge."
Aussie sarcastic humor. I think we're gonna have to brush up on our Aussie humor.
Yeah. With the difference is with the Aussie to South African humor is when we make a joke, we always swear at the person first. So then they know that something is coming. But when you just ask a question, then we take it a bit more seriously.
Yeah, I also thought it was like being genuine.
Yeah. I know we should have sold. I mean, hindsight trading is always a bit easier. But at GJ, I think yesterday the one thing that I was having a look at even after the session was, we did break above that high first thing. We were coming off of a very strong level, and then I didn't think the time that we called it around 5 o'clock, usually the volume dies, 8 out of 10 times. So I think it was just the exception. So I don't necessarily want to be trading the exception. I'd rather trade the 8 out of 10 times.
Yeah,
So,
that was like the 2 out of 10 times that
yeah,
it was kind of out of the ordinary. Not out of the ordinary. It's not out of the ordinary for Gijo to have those deeper pullbacks, but it was a little bit unexpected.
yeah, no, definitely.
Hence, we had money on the line for bars. Or, yeah.
Jeez, but we were the liquidity yesterday.
Yeah, we were the liquidity. Fuck, I can't deny that.
Oh. I don't know how I feel about being used as liquidity, but it doesn't feel like it. Doesn't feel nice for my non-South African.
Thank goodness there were no SMC guys in the Zoom yesterday.
Oh, no, I'm grateful for that. Hey, but thank you for 50 likes, guys. See, we just hit it.
Thank you, everybody. I'm coming now. I've got sell stops in here. I see the 15 closed bullish, but we've closed still below this level I've got marked up here. So we are respecting that previous support. You'll see on the 5 minutes we just had a deeper pullback resistance formed. But yeah, if we break the lows, I'll get triggered in these sells here. Looking to go break even at the daily candle flip at 18.22.250. I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Cool. Old saying says if you don't see the liquidity, you are the liquidity. Yeah, it's incredibly possible. But yeah, I mean, not every trade's gonna be a hit out of the park. So, if you've got a 65% win rate, there is gonna be 35 times in every 100 trades that you do take a stop loss. So, yeah. Mark Anthony, so what a break-even point is let's say, for example, you're getting into a position on gold and then you coming down to a level that's obviously had previous interactions. So let's say you're coming down to new support. Then at that support, what could happen is gold could reverse if you're in the sells. So then it's just wise to go break even, so moving your stop loss into your entry price to ensure that if it does reverse, you're protected against any losses that may occur from obviously price reversing. So if you see on Connor's chart at 1822.3, you'll see that there's a level of support. So it probably is wise to go break even once you do tap into that level. New name for the FX channel, we are liquidity. Yeah. Sure. Gold is getting a bit volatile. little bit volatile. But yeah, you just get your break-even points from the left. So for example, different supports, resistances, different wicks. There's a whole bunch of factors that you can obviously go ahead and look at. Wick fills, supports, bodies of candles. So yeah, it's just keeping an eye on previous price action to predict further price action, future price action, sorry.
I see we broke previous hourly highs here.
Yeah, I think deleting that order.
I'm just having a look. You know, we are tapping into this 4-hour resistance here. Yeah, it's a little bit tricky. I think if we do break this low, we'll still see that bottom wick on the daily being created. If we just use current candle stops now, it's about 32 pips, which is not bad. Still fine. We had pretty low volume on the last 2 hourly candles there. So maybe just a little bit of volume and liquidity, volume and volatility coming in. I'm gonna give it a second, yeah. Yeah, I mean, looking at the 5 minutes, if this 5 minute flips, I could see a lot of volume to the downside. But I'm just going to keep an eye on the time. See how the 30-minute is closing, and just also be aware that London Open is coming up. So if we're closing bullish on the 30-minute back above 1824,500, I will delete the sell stop. For now, I'm actually going to leave it in, just moving stops a little bit higher to 1826.5.
Make some coffee. Does anyone need some? Just hold my cup there. Just a question. We are unmuted on YouTube, eh?
Sorry.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
No,
I was muted there for a second, but you're unmuted, yeah.
Okay, cool. Cool. No worries. Oh, Ned, I wanted to ask you, how old are you? Because remember yesterday you spoke a little bit about age.
Jeez, look at this gold. I'm in here. It's quite volatile at the moment, but lots of volume to the downside. So first initial management area, break-even point 18.22.250. As that daily candle flips, I don't think it would be a bad idea to go break even at that level. Obviously, you got a support there as well. It's only about 10 pips away. We are looking to move into these lows, 18.19.500. And then, if we do have the volume to break those lows, 18.15 is going to be a very nice target for potential runners. You know what? Break-even point, I'm going to move a bit lower to this 4-hour support level at 18.21.270. Because I'm expecting once the daily candle flips, we should get a nice little push here. So just to give it a little bit more room, I think does make sense.
18.21.270.
Yeah. I don't really like the 10 pip break-even point.
It was a bit tight.
Because, this looks solid. We had that nice rejection there to those previous highs. And, yeah, came all the way back down and flipped. Looks pretty good to me. Do you want to give it a bit of space? Yeah, I'm in.
You have 2 mice on.
Oh, is that what you're saying? Chat, is there an echo? If there is, I am sorry about that. I will look into it. Obviously, just want to focus on the trade at the moment. In case we reverse, where are we going to manage risk? We'll just keep an eye on the lower time frames here. See how these candles are closing. 30-minute looks solid.
No, there's no echo, dude. I listening to it as well.
TP 18.15. Anders, no worries. Man had 2 windows open. Got everyone stressing out.
Oh, it's like it's not good.
I was gonna say I've never had that problem before.
Yeah, honestly, once we start breaking daily lows and so on and so forth, I think it is possible we drive down to the low 1800s, but I think managing today 1815 is not a bad idea. Unfortunately, there's no Uncle Ted here. There's Uncle F.
Uncle F.
Uncle F.
Right, well that 30-minute closed very nicely there. We had quite a strong rejection of these previous highs from early on in Asian session. 4-hour was just creating a steeper top wick, retesting that 4-hour resistance formed at 1826. The fact that we came all the way back down, flipped bearish on the 30, closed very nice and bearish there. I'm expecting on the break of this previous candle low now that we should get that push to create the bottom wick on the daily at 1822.260, and then looking for that push to the 4-hour support to go break even at 1822. Sorry, 1821. 1821.3. That's my break even point, not 1822. Imagine, Yama. Yeah, I think traders' mental health not be too good. SMC traders would be crying.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you could code that. Hey?
Yeah, I'm sure you could actually. Hey guys, I'm dealing with the problem of holding my losers long and cutting my winners short. Any advice? Lower your risk. Maybe you're unable to make the correct decisions because you're risking too much and you're becoming emotional. Have a plan and stick to that plan.
Have predetermined points to get in and out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
SCA Smart Connor Abrams. Nah, you know what? I don't want to do any of that, man. You got guys making bootlegs of SMC now, and it's just kind of, I don't know, not that original, you know? The bootleg is probably better than the original, but still, I mean, the name.
Yeah. Yama Mosanguela has already come out now with Mosanguela smart concepts.
Smart Mosanguelo concepts.
No, he's changed it to MSC.
How many pips is your stop loss?
32.
32. GJ looking like it's holding that area quite nicely there.
Definition of no stop loss. Never lose a trade, only an account.
So you risk more than TP. I'm sorry for your loss, bro. Your loss of brain cells. So have we been pronouncing your name wrong the whole time? Is it actually Jammer and not Yama? I was just following along with Jared.
Don't put me in this.
Trusted you.
That's probably not the best thing to do when it comes to pronouncing names. Okay, Jama. Jama is Songuela. I think I put it right. And now I've probably got to butcher his surname. Tough life, tough life.
Goodness.
Jama. But I'll be back in 2 seconds, Connor.
Sure.
I'm gonna start gymming next week.
Is it? Are you saying you're going to start gymming, or are you asking, are we going to start? Are you saying you're going to start gymming, or are you asking, are we going to start? There's an echo there.
I've been gymming. I'm just asking, are we?
Yeah, Nico, there's an echo there. Just go onto your Zoom audio, and then go to the audio settings and see if you can turn the noise suppression on. Guys, just gonna see how this 15-minute candle's closing. Still happy in this position for now. As long as we're holding below 18.24.500, this previous support area, you know, you could have multiple retests on the lower time frames of this previous support before getting that push down. Still expecting us to come create a bottom wick here, at least on the daily candle. Gold is a little bit jumpy this morning, but volatile, not really having the cleanest of moves. So we will have to just monitor how the 15 is closing, possibly managing some risk if we are closing bullish. Do you close lost partials as well? Yeah, I do if I'm managing risk.
I'm back.
No worries.
Sure.
Goeiemorgen.
Hey, Trucker. How goes it, brother? Welcome back.
Welcome, welcome. Have you backtested stop loss for TP trading with trading? What happens? And then what do you mean? Like no management? I have. Obviously through time, I've done my journaling and taken note of what works for me and optimized my system. So one of the things with journaling, I think a lot of guys miss the point, is to be optimizing your trading plan and your system. So when there's things that work, emphasize on those things. When there's things that don't work, cut them out. So what you see right here is what I've basically reduced, taking out the things that don't work for me. Put stop loss in TP and go gym. I can't do that. I've done it before. I just can't focus at the gym. Or the charts, which is horrible. Just wasting my time at that point.
I'd honestly rather at least get to break even and manage a bit before going about my day.
Yeah.
We're not swing traders. We don't just set and forget.
Yeah, I'm more than happy to have stops at break even and have a runner and just leave it. What do you think of SEC? I don't know what that is. Security Exchange Commission. I'm not from America. Sorry.
Are you not cautious of selling into a higher time frame demand and support? Not at all.
Based on the fact that we've got some range here to play with. No, not really. That was one of the things I mentioned to be aware of and be cautious of. Not to rush into sales just based off, the fact that we didn't have the volume to break below these lows yesterday. So as you say, this higher time frame demand area, we do need to be careful in this area. But from what I'm seeing, the setup I'm seeing, the idea here is to at least come and create a bottom wick on the daily. Which I think is very realistic. So like I say, got a little bit of range to play with here. These candles were setting up very nicely. So just following the price action, following the higher time frame trend. And yeah, we'll just see. Risking it for the biscuit.
Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes.
GJ starting to move. GJ is looking very nice here. Very nice. I like that we're holding this area. Got into the same trade a bit higher at 18.24. Got out with 10 pips. Looks good to come down. If this 30-minute closes bearish. Scared of the fake out here though. Not a bad call.
The 15 close is looking like it's going to close now.
Yeah, it is. I like this top wick. Very nice tap of that previous support. The 15's closing bearish. You know, obviously now just gives us a little bit more confirmation. We don't have to stress too much on the next 15. GJ above 162. That's fine. Obviously I can only really focus on one thing at a time. So I'll have a look at GJ at London Open. I'm sure we'll be at break even here on gold by then. Okay, so we have come down to create that bottom wick on the daily. We've broken through that support area. So your daily candle has flipped. Obviously just anticipating us to get a last little push to the 4-hour support at 18.21.300 to go break even. Don't want to just suffocate the trade here. But keeping in mind London Open is in 15 minutes. Obviously that is just something to be aware of. Top wick on 15. Yeah, TradingView does have a little bit of a top wick on the 15. I see my Forex funds doesn't have one.
Blueberry has an incredibly small one. Tristan, we are expecting volume coming into London Open and just overall high time frame trend to have enough volume to break below that support. So if you're not feeling comfortable, up to you, but we're fine with that support to the left.
To the left. I wasn't taking note of this area. Right here. So just need to be cautious of that. But yeah, your daily candles flip bearish now, so it looks good to, like I say, give us a little bit of a squeeze to the downside here. And then on the 4-hour, looking to retest these previous body lows at 18.21.300. See, to go break even now at about 10 pips. Just strangling the trade a little bit there.
So we don't go break even at 3-4 pips.
Yeah, I know someone in chat has a 4 pip spread here. I wouldn't do that to you. Not that it's my problem, but you know I care about you. You're selling a dollar premium. Thank you.
I know what that means. Not gonna
Neither
lie.
do I.
Hey, but Amaru's got some imbalances and things on the chart, so and reprices and oh goodness.
Yeah, no, listen.
Mario, how do you know that? Honestly, how do you know that it's trading at a premium price? I'd really love to know that.
Yo, that's
Is it
actually
just,
a good question, Jared.
or is it just something, looks like a premium price, let me just go and interrupt the stream and say what I'm thinking, even though I've absolutely fuck all that back into the statement.
Maybe he works at Goldman Sachs.
Yeah, no, definitely.
He must be in that group that's got this, that you pay 30 clip for a month.
Sure. Yes.
Oh
Because
yeah.
it's trading close to a buy side raid taken yesterday. Ooh, how do we know there was a buy side raid? That's even better.
A
Yeah,
Barsad raid. Oh my god, bro.
sure.
This is not
Who's there?
Minecraft. Okay.
Fuck.
Genuinely actually like it when these oaks come in here, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, no, it's funny. Some entertainment for the stream.
Yeah.
This guy needs a tinfoil hat. Fuck. Bro, the thing is, how can you say that it's at a premium? Do you know why it's at that price? It's at that premium price for a reason. The dollar is very strong at the moment. For good reason. If you're looking at your macroeconomics, if you're keeping track of your fundamentals, you would understand why. You are simply looking at a chart, looking at little price levels that no institution is looking at. The guys who are actually moving price, they do not care about your price premium. They care about what's going on behind the scenes. They're basing their order flow off macroeconomics, fundamentals.
I'm not making fun of you. I'm just saying that if you're willing to make a statement and say something like that, it needs to come from somewhere. You can't just pull it, you can't like pull it out of thin air and say, yo, it's doing this and that, and it's at a premium price. Why? That's what I'm asking. Why? Yeah. So just be able to back it, and if you can't, then you shouldn't be saying it.
I mean, technically it did try back it, Jared, but it was also invalid with what he tried to back it with. So
Yeah, it's just like a waste
it's
of,
like the
of
question
air,
is
really.
the question. It's going to go back and forth because the next answer is going to be another one like, where does that come from? And then the next one, where does that come from? Until he's going to sit and be clueless, with no answer. It's the only way it can go. But hey, bro, if your strategy, what you look at works for you and you make your money, good for you.
Yeah. Yeah, we are at highs here, but we are maintaining bullish structure on the dollar. You know, look at the daily here. Let's just zoom out a little bit. Based off the weekly analysis, it's off the chart now. But the next key level here, looking to move up into 105. based off your higher time frame. So we're trusting that higher time frame momentum there. I think he's using Ichimoku Cloud, maybe. GJ is looking so good. Will you enter on GJ if you get entry despite being on gold? I'm not gonna do 2 trades at once, not on a Friday like this. If I can get to break even here on gold, I'll look at GJ. Nice top pick on the 15. Yeah, that is nice. Guess we needed that top pick. Now it looks like we may be creating a new low. And then we can get that push to the break-even point. I think I'll actually close 75% at that break-even point, keeping in mind that London Open is coming up. So I just want to play it safe. P before London would be very nice.
Let's go gold. Let's go.
The market maker's phoning me.
Let's go gold. Let's go. We're about 5 pips off at the moment.
How often do you live stream? Monday to Friday. Yeah, I'm actually going to close 50% right here because we have London Open in just a couple seconds. So I'm going to close 50% here and move stops to break even. Closed out about 12, 13 pips. Just managing risk. It's a Friday. You know, we're floating in profit here. Nothing crazy, but I don't want to turn into a loss. By the way, how's my health? I'm pretty healthy, eh? Thank you. Yeah, getting there, feeling much better. Let's stream, bro. Thank you very much. I like that we closed below this support area here to the left. I'm not going to be greedy here, guys. I'm actually going to just move my stop loss, sorry, my TP to this low right here. Let's just call it 1820 key level.
Connor, what time frame are you on?
30 minutes.
Oh shit. Never mind. I was looking at this chart, bro, and somehow I probably clicked on my YouTube video and may go back to the middle, and I'm like, your candle's bullish, bro, but mine's literally running down. And then I come to zoom and the candle's running down too. That's why my brain was not keeping up, dude. Yeah. But now, so it's just because I was back in the YouTube video, like I clicked in the middle of the video. So while we were in drawdown, that's what I was seeing. Yeah.
Yeah, so the reason for moving the TP up back to 1820 is just that, you know, we do have a heavy support area in that region around 1820, 1819. It is a Friday. We've got some news later on today for the dollar, so we might not have the volume to break through this area this morning. Just getting these sells back down to the lows, I think that's very clean. GJ's playing out, bro. Don't tell me about GJ. Whew. So GJ candle closed how I would want to see it here. Closing back above this resistance. One thing that's on my mind is this level right here. As you can see, we tapped into this level now. Had a little bit of a rejection. I think if we re-break this high, we should have the volume to then continue up to 162,800. based on what's going on fundamentally as well. How would my position look on GJ? Well, this is what I'm looking at now. Thinking about possible entries here.
To be fair, break of the highs and stops below the previous 15.
Yeah,
Previous 15 don't look too bad. And you should expect the volumes to continue on pushing.
I was also thinking previous 15 year, and this situation doesn't look bad. For
Yeah.
35 pips. Got about a 50 pip target here, and definitely potential for runners. Oh my word, look at gold.
Hey,
Yeah,
I was literally about to tell you, didn't use your TP.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
close.
sorry.
Yeah, I've closed out full. Just based on the fact that we just about tapped 1820. There was a reason I had my TP at that level, and we were like a ball away from it. So you know, I'm not gonna be stupid. I'm just gonna take my profit right there at 24 pips. Only over 200 viewers, but only 77 likes. Sheesh, and we taking tubs. This generation is so
24
ungrateful.
pips. According to our analytics, most of the viewers aren't part of our generation there.
Yeah, it's probably why they're ungrateful. Shit, sorry, chat. That was rude. That was actually really rude. I respect anyone who's trying to better themselves. You know, if you're here, regardless of if you just, you know, stream hopping from stream to stream, you're trying at least, and I respect that. Whether you're old, young, tall, short, whatever.
Hey, what do short people have to do with this? You also want a better life.
I'm also short, bro.
No, I'm just raving with you. Just joking. Hey, thank you very much, Ivy Njoki. I think I could have butchered your surname, but
Thank you,
very
Avi.
much.
Yeah, thank you. Wanna entry on GJ, given it broke your level of resistance. Well, at this point, you know, I was obviously managing those gold sales. Anyone's still in there, we are pushing down nicely. Very good point,
Jared, I think
Mateo.
this is what you're saying.
Sorry,
I was going to say, Jared, just send the link in the chat.
I will in 1 second.
Patreon.
What's up, Chad? Long time no see, bro. Mateo says, always take what the market gives you. Very, very good point.
Yeah, guys, if you're looking for memberships or signals, there's a link in the chat. We're still running our launching month special, so got a few more days of that before we go up to normal price. But if you'd like to go check that out, more than welcome to. And do you want to do that speed run where I read comments and you answer again?
Okay, wait, just hold on. Let's have a look here at GJ. Because we got a nice retest of 162 there. Yeah, I think
Cheers,
power
I'll see you.
stops.
Sure, Jared.
Cheers, Nico.
Cheers, thank you, Nico.
Check you.
Appreciate it.
I think if we break this high again, we should see nice volume to the upside.
Yeah, is coming full clip, eh?
Guess that XAUUSD was at a premium. Yeah, DX5 was also at a premium there. Now it's at a new premium. I don't know. There's two things that could happen here. Take the GJ bars. Turns out to be a loss. And give away the profit from the gold sales. And then just, you know, feel stupid over the weekend. Or we walk away. And GJ rockets up and we feel stupid over the weekend anyway. So what do we do, chat?
I think we go for it.
I think I'm not gonna take these bars. I'm gonna leave it, Jared.
No worries.
I got trust issues, bro. It's a
I know she hurt
Friday.
you. I know she hurt you. Don't cry.
Woman are evil, bro. Gloria Jane shall break your heart.
Oh, glory, Jane, Jane, Jane. She make it rain, rain, rain.
Friday. Yeah, it's Friday. Call it a day. Uncle has spoken. The stream is done, gents. I'm not going to be taking anything on GJ. I'm not really liking what's going on. If you see on the hourly, we had this previous support area at 162.250. We tapped that level and we're rejecting. I could see if we break that high, we get a nice push here to the upside. You know, we've got the fundamental backing of that Bank of Japan speaker coming in. Not changing anything with Bank of Japan's monetary policy. So we are looking to play the bullish sentiment on GJ. And we've had a nice retest of this 162 area on the higher time frames. If we zoom out here. But yeah, I mean, after taking a nice little win here on a Friday, I don't want to chase anything. So take it with a pinch of salt. Do what you need to do. I'm not going to be taking any more trades this morning. And I'll see you guys next week. Hope you have a great weekend. Thank you everybody for the support. Lots of people on here today. Thank you for the likes, everything. Don't forget to join the Discord. Link is in the video description. Lastly, I just want to say as well, we are still running the launch special on the memberships and signals. So go check that out. The link is in the video description as well. Or on the channel, you'll find it there in the link. Sorry, in the chat. There, Jared sent it. So yeah, go check that out. Just until the end of Feb, we're running that special. Okay. Ned, come on, relax. Cheers, gents. Cheers, everyone. See you Monday.
Yes, guys. Thank you for joining today. We're still going to be doing the New York stream for members, but to the London guys, thank you so much for joining. We'll see you guys next week.
Ciao.